Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are fit and fine. Today we are going to start with Unit 3, 3.5, the poem The Donkey. Now, in this poem is written by Anonymous. Now, as you are familiar with many domestic animals, these domestic animals help us a lot. Same way, here the poem written by the poet Anonymous is about the donkey, not the donkey but its newborn baby. So it describes the behavior of newborn donkey for whom life is a new experience as he is taking the first step of his life. He clumsily tries to walk around his huge head and shaky loose legs, making it all more difficult for him to do. The poem ends with the poet hoping that the world around the foal baby donkey would treat him with the care. So let us start with the poem The Donkey on your textbook, page number 68. First I will read out the poem, then I will explain you stanza wise. I saw a donkey one day old. His head was too big for his neck to hold. His legs were shaky and long and loose. They rocked and staggered and were not much use. He tried to gambol and frisk a bit, but he was not quite sure of the trick of it. His queer little coat was soft and grey and curled at his neck in a lovely way. His face was wistful and left no doubt, and he felt life needed something about, so he blundered round in adventurous quest and then lay flat on the ground rest. He looked so little and weak and slim, I prayed the world might be good to him. The poem is written by Anonymous. So let us start the explanation with stanza wise. I saw a donkey one day old. His head was too big for his neck to hold. His legs were shaky and long and loose. They rocked and staggered and were not much used. Now rocked means moved suddenly. Staggered means moved unsteadily. Now here in first stanza what the poet is telling, that he had saw a donkey that was just one day old. The donkey's head was too big for his neck to hold and his legs were long, loose and shaky. They moved suddenly and unsteadily and did not seem to be much of use. Now let us see the second stanza of the poem. Let us see the second stanza. He tried to gambol and frisk a bit, but he was not quite sure of the trick of it. His queer little coat was soft and grey and curled at his neck in a lovely way. Gambol. Gambol means leap or move playfully. Frisk, skip or leap playfully. Queer, different or strange. So here the donkey tried to run and leap playfully, but he did not seem quite sure how it was done. His peculiarly little coat was soft and grey and curled at his neck in a very pretty way. I hope you have understood till second stanza. Now let us start with the third stanza of the poem. His face was wistful and left no doubt that he felt life needed something about, so he blundered round in venturesome quest and then lay flat on the ground to rest. He looked so little and weak and slim, I prayed the world might be good to him. Wistful. Wistful means full of hope, okay, or longing for something. Blundered, careless move. Venturesome, daring or adventurous. Quest means search, the act of looking for something. Now, here in third stanza, what the poet is telling, his face looked very hopeful and he appeared to be thinking about life. Feeling adventurous, he moved round awkwardly, searching for something. Then he lay flat on the ground to the rest. And in last 4 lines, the poet says that the little donkey looked small and weak, and he prayed that the world would be kind to him. So I hope you have understood this poem. And in short, here the poet wants to tell you that you should be very kind to all the animals which are created by God, and each and every animals are very much useful to humankind. They are helping us in all the work. Where the machine doesn't work, the animals always work for us, and they do many favors for us. So here the poet tells us we should be very kind to all the animals. I hope you all have understood the poem. Thank you. And I am sending the PDF. You have to complete all the work in neat and clean handwriting. So thank you and have a nice day. Be safe at home. Take care.